Okay, we're heading into the city of Calexico, which is right on the border of Mexico and the U.S. The city of Mexicali is about 2 miles in front of us. You can see the mountains a little bit in the haze, but those are certainly in Mexico, and that's probably even on the other side of Mexicali. So I wanted to just do this to show you a sense of what life in a border town community is like, and it looks like just any other town in the U.S., except that we are less than 2 miles from the U.S. Mexico border, and so it's 105 degrees as we speak according to the thermometer on my car, and it's pretty sparse, pretty desolate, but life goes on as it does in all of these places here in the Imperial Valley, as well as on the border specifically. So a lot of the signs you see on the side of the roads and outside of businesses are both in Spanish and English. A lot of them are only in Spanish. There's a lot of cross-border commerce and traffic and exchange, things like that, as you would expect. And so certainly you see that manifested in what you see with businesses and things like that. So we're passing a Ford dealership here on my right, and then right after that there is something called Hacienda Plaza. I assume that's a strip mall of some sort, and yep, certainly it is. We have a Starbucks, we have a Subway, we have a Forever 21 store, Rite Aid. So again, anything that you would expect to see in any town in the U.S. is here. And we're now driving into the center of Calexico. And Calexico means California in Mexico, so it's California and Mexico combined into the name of this town, of this city actually. So hence why we have Calexico. And Mexicali on the other side is Mexico and California. So kind of the twin cities here. So now we're driving into downtown Calexico. You have Mexican auto insurance. I'm not going to drive into Mexico right now. I can't bring my rental car in. I was here for a few hours about in 2006 when I was in San Diego for the week, and I was in LA for Glad when I worked at Glad, so I decided to drive out here just to see what it was like, and drove into Mexicali, probably with I probably wasn't allowed to with the car, but I did anyways. So I bought some Mexican car insurance just to make sure that everything was fine and didn't have any problems. But it was in the summer. It was about 106 degrees if I remember. It was pretty hot, but it was very dry. So people say, oh, it's a dry heat, but it's hot. So I can assure you it doesn't make much of a difference. It could be 100 degrees and dry, it's still 100 degrees. So it's supposed to be almost 120 later this week, going into early next week. So that's brutal by any stretch of the imagination. So at any rate, we're driving closer to the border here. In fact, I can see the international border Mexicali sign not too far in front of me here, and we see people, looks like they're going to start crossing into Mexicali. We see a Pitbull concert today actually, and let's see where this is, Fantasy Springs, that's in Palm Springs, so Valle de Palm Springs, so that's probably about 2 hours from here. So this is the border right in front of us here at this traffic light in Calexico. Mexicali's right on the other side, and we're gonna take a right here and drive around a little bit more. And it looks like there's some sort of outlet mall right on the border. I see H&M, strangely enough. So folks are trying to capitalize on that. Nope, that's actually that's in Mexicali. That's a mall in Mexicali. So what we're looking into Mexicali, and if I don't get out of this lane here, we're going to be heading into Mexico. So I'm going to turn around and not go into Mexico because I don't want to do that yet. I will be going there tonight, spending the night in Mexicali with some of the folks who own a nightclub there. So I'm going to go this way back to the U.S. So again, that mall is actually in Mexicali, it looks like. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's actually in Calexico, in California. The wall is right behind there. So we're gonna go around a little bit more. Let's see how I can do this here. I have no idea where I'm going. It gets terribly hard to get lost here. So I'm gonna turn around here, this little baseball field here, and then drive back. So again, that mall is in California, not Mexico. And you can tell that because the wall is right on the back side of that parking lot. So, okay, let's try to do this again. Okay. And there's a bus from San Diego, I assume. So let's try to do this again. We can see the border wall. There is a wall. It's a pretty big wall, actually. You can see right through it, just like in Tijuana yesterday. But make no mistake, there is certainly a wall on at least in this stretch of the border between the U.S. and Mexico. So I'm going to take a drive over to that mall and see what we can check out. So this is how one drives into Mexico. Again, I'm not going to do that today, right at this moment. So we're heading to this outlet mall. It's called Gran Plaza. What is it called? Gran Plaza. And it's an outlet mall. So Gran Plaza outlet. So we have H&M, Coach, Gap, Banana Republic, American Eagle Outfitters, Nautica, Perry Ellis. So I'm going to stop this here at this traffic light, and I'm going to go check out what's in here. So this is a quick little tour of Calexico, right along the border with Mexico, and a few hundred yards to my left, a few hundred feet to my left is the wall, and on the other side of that is the city of Mexicali in Mexico. So here we are.